What's up, everybody? This is Jimmy with Trading Decoded, and it is that time again. It's time to do the weekly recap on the Baby Account challenge, which started exactly 20 trading days ago with $35 in it. And today we have grown that exponentially by about 4,400% to be somewhere in the $1,500 and some odd dollar change range. So we'll start off like we did last week with me showing you the actual graph of where we started Monday, and then where we ended on Friday at $1,575. So on the week, we gained 750 some odd bucks, which I'll show you all those numbers as we go through the video. And to show the naysayers that this is actually a live page, I'm going to go ahead and refresh it. And you can see that is absolutely legit. So I'm going to go ahead and close out of this. We're going to launch TradingView and start our days. Starting with Monday. Quickly, I was chasing this fill, to be completely honest with you. I was trying to get into calls after this third green candle here. And it was getting away from me because I was using limit orders instead of market orders. And so I didn't get in till near the top. However, knowing that it was slowing down due to the size of the wicks or the bodies getting smaller, I went ahead and took profits almost actually the next minute after getting in for $36. And then 2 minutes after that, I took another $44 on the remaining two calls that I was holding. And then I got in at the break below the open into some puts. It got a little choppy right here. Had we moved up past this high right there, I would have gotten out. But I held a little bit and then again took profits on two of them for $26, waited a couple more minutes, and took profits on the last one for an additional $26. And that was it for Monday. Tuesday. Tuesday was a slow-moving day. Again, I went a little bit heavier than I have been building up this account. I'm starting to take more contracts per trade more often and staying in the trades for shorter periods of time. So basically, referring back to my time in the market is risk to me. I'd rather take a larger position so I could spend less time in the market while achieving the same goal of profit, obviously. So anyway, on the second or one of the few legs up on this day, I went ahead and grabbed three calls and sold them maybe 10, 15 minutes later for a total of $39 profit. That was it for the day. I didn't feel good about what I had seen up until that point, and as you could see, not much happened on that day as far as movement went. On to Wednesday, the 23rd. Again, I went in with five calls and I sold them after a little bit of a run up for $167 profit. And that was it for the trades on Wednesday. Go to Thursday. Thursday, I played a little bit more because I was doing pretty well. Again, I bought calls here. We chopped sideways for a little bit. I probably should have waited at least until we broke what was the high of day. I played a little bit more aggressive than I should have, but nonetheless, it paid off. So I bought the five calls. I sold those five calls for $95 profit after the run up. And then I got into some puts, or one put, and sold it after this drop for a $30 profit. This part of the day, this was kind of like a YOLO call. We weren't doing much but trading sideways, and in our Discord we were talking about, the possibility of it running up or crashing down, and we were really slow trading sideways. I bought this call for not a lot of money. It was out of the money, and because I didn't want to give up any of my profits that I had already made, I played this one super tight, and as you could see, I sold it on the last dip of that particular, section, which is unfortunate. I took a $6 loss on that. I bought some calls after we broke above where I bought the put, or where I bought this call, and assuming that it would continue to run up, it did. And fortunately, I made up for that loss and then grabbed a couple extra bucks on this big green candle, selling out for a $21 profit. And then on to Friday. Friday, I probably overtraded a little on Friday, but it worked out. Friday got kind of crazy. But nonetheless, I went ahead and grabbed 2 puts during that opening fall, sold them quickly, 2 minutes, 3 minutes later for a $27 profit. And then I bought 2 calls while we were chopping up, and again, held through, and I caught the top. Now, a lot of people ask me how I do so well at timing the top. And what I tell them is it's not really about timing the top. It's what I am seeing that makes me choose to get out of the position. So I'll show you guys, because it happened a lot on this particular day. So when you get nice, decent sized bodied bar, whether it's to the upside or the downside, it still works both ways. And I'll show you on the downside as well. You get a nice big green move, you get in, you got decent sized bodies, and then all of a sudden the bodies of the candles start to get smaller and you start to go sideways a little bit like this. That is an indication to me, not that it necessarily has to go the other way, but that we're having a hard time moving up or down from that position. We obviously don't know what is going to happen after this chop in sideways trading. However, what I know is that I'm not willing to stay in the trade to find out, because if I'm wrong and you get a waterfall down like this, you've lost whatever profit you had here. So when I am trading, again, you could see it here, big green bar, small, 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 small. And I even called it in the Discord. I said, watch out, we're about to roll over, or we could be rolling over. And what I mean by that is we're coming up and then we could potentially come back down. And that's exactly what happened. So we had a big green candle, small bodies, and then down we went. It wasn't a big drop. It doesn't have to be a big drop. It doesn't matter to me personally. The way I trade is a little bit more cautious because this is a small account. If I was on my larger account, I'd probably hold through that. But I don't want to do that on this account. Again, decent sized green bars moving up, smaller body, down we come. Decent sized green bars in relation to what came after it. If you happen to get in here or in here, again, big green or big red down, small, 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 plop. So you can see it all over the place. It happens all the time. But that's what I use as an indicator as to whether the move that we are in that started out strong is getting weak. I'm sure there's other ways you could see these things, but that's what I use for an indicator, and it serves me pretty well. Again, you got a big red candle here. They're getting smaller, smaller, smaller. And what happens? We move up, even though it was for a second and a little bit. Doesn't matter. The fact is that the move seems to be getting weaker as the bodies get smaller. So that's when I take my profit. I don't want to hang out during this fight to find out if it's going to break up from here or break down, especially if I'm in profit. So that was pretty much it. That was the close out of Friday. We ended up getting a pretty decent close on Friday, which was interesting and unexpected to me anyway. As you can see, I stopped trading pretty early in the day. I try not to stay in the market for late because too many things go crazy. But that was it. What we ended up doing here was a profit of $717 on the week. And since the account's inception, we are up 4,400% from the $35 we started at. I hope this video and this series helps you guys realize that it is doable if you understand what you're doing and you learn how to read SPY or the market in general. I'm having a lot of fun doing this challenge. I love the fact that I get to come back and recap it and show you guys. And I hope that it brings you hope. If you want to learn how we do this, I do have a Discord community with a bunch of great people in it. I have a link down below if you're interested in joining and seeing what goes on in there. I also have a Patreon link down there. We do have a decent amount of patrons who are helping support the community so that I can take the time to make content like this and continue to help people learn how to do this and be profitable. I also use TradingView. TradingView is an amazing charting software. I have a referral link down below. If you're interested in using TradingView and you use that link and you do end up getting on one of their paid plans, this link will save you and I both $30 to use towards that. Outside of that, if you like the video, please like, share, subscribe, click the little bell notification so that you can get notified when I put up new content. And that's pretty much it. I will talk to you guys soon, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya!